Hello everyone, so today is Tuesday. Welcome to the next episode of On My Way From Work. I finally learned how to pronounce it on the first try. So today I finished the tests for the optional namespaces, and also I finished the Cypress test, so I considered it done. But it will also go through code review, and tomorrow is probably my last day of work for this year, so I will not probably merge it, but maybe I will work on Thursday also. But it would be nice if it was merged. It's the second conditional this year, so I will do my best to do it. Stepan already did a review to me. There is like 800 changed lines of code, or edit 700 or 800, something like that. So it's kind of big review. There are 20 commits, so it should be easy to review commit by commit, because I initially designed it by that or for it. So I hope Stepan was going through it. He has done it in like an hour or maybe less. So yeah, that's some efficiency. But maybe he told me that he was reviewing the front end part, and he just quickly jumped through the backend part. So I have some comments there, so I will try to address them tomorrow, and also Honza will do review for me tomorrow. So let's see how it goes. I was also fixing the use namespaces turning on and off feature in tests. So there were some more usages of it. So I was replacing just plain turning on the feature whenever the test was failing. So there were some cases which needed a special care, and also there were some cases in the Cypress tests. So yeah, it's a notable thing that might be interesting for everyone. So there were some failures, or no, once again, I implemented the feature as end-to-end. So when it needs to be turned on, I just turn on the settings, like go to the page, click on the checkbox and save the settings. But then there were some tests about permissions, like a user with minimalistic permissions, and testing what they can or cannot access. So the user with, for example, adding a comment didn't have the permission for saving the project. So I needed to hack into creation of the test data. So there are some end-to-end endpoints used only for creating the test data, and they are not available on production, hopefully. And so I'm passing from Cypress tests, I'm passing an argument saying if the namespaces should be enabled by the particular project that is created for the particular Cypress tests. So yeah, it was kind of hard, and I also needed to change a lot of code, like a lot of booleans added to the code and also it was in JavaScript, or TypeScript rather, so it was hard for me to just add some random false, because Uncle Bob wouldn't like it. And TypeScript doesn't have the named parameters like Kotlin does, where you don't have to pass every single parameter that's until the first optional one. So there is just random truths now when I need to save the project with using namespaces. So it's not perfect, but it does the job, and also it doesn't apply to all of the occurrences, only when the batch operations drop down is being tested for permissions. So yeah, it's not pretty, but it does the job in the current architecture, and let's see how it evolves in the future. So I guess that's it for today. So it's done, kinda. It's not now. It's not done. It's not by the definition of done. So it's in review, and it's usable. And also a second thing. Okay, it's not end of the episode, because what I was telling you yesterday, which is not published when I'm recording this episode, so it's kind of confusing. But yeah, if you are listening to the episode from yesterday that you are listening now, I was talking about discarding the imports when the namespaces are being turned on, and I was discussing it with Stepan, and we decided to go the way when the settings change, when the namespaces are enabled or disabled, just delete the existing like drafted imports, and just delete them, so the user has to create them again. So it's the best UX we are able to do now, like with reasonable effort. So I created a event emitter in Spring just to decouple importing and saving settings. So when the settings are saved, an event is emitted with original and new settings, and there is a new listener in the import service, I think, which listens to the event, and when the namespaces are being turned on or off, it deletes the imports inside the import service. So it's kind of clean. I also need to create a test for that, so I put there a comment into the code. So let's see. Okay guys, so it's going to be it. Thank you for listening. I would be very glad for some comments if you had any, and see you tomorrow. Bye.